Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Architect AI Lab. This is episode 2 of my AI series, which is AI Fundamental for Business Central Professional. In today's episode, we'll talk about Copilot, AI agent, the two terms we hear a lot, especially around Microsoft and Business Central product. We'll understand about Copilot, AI agent, how they are different from a Business Central perspective. And if you have not checked out my episode 1, I would really recommend you to go and check it out as I've covered some of the AI concepts there. So let's get started. First, let's just understand different ways an AI can behave because it will be easier for us to understand the difference between a copilot and an AI agent. So we have two kind of AI behaviors, reactive and proactive. In reactive behavior, you ask and AI responds. In proactive behavior, you set the goal and AI acts. Copilot is reactive in behavior and agent is proactive in behavior. Now first let's understand about this reactive behavior of Copilot in more details. So Copilot is an assistant that will help you to work smartly and faster. And why I said that Copilot is reactive in behavior because every time you ask something to Copilot, it suggests. Then human decides. And then human acts. So Copilot cannot perform action. That's the key difference to understand what is a Copilot. Now let's just map this flow inside Business Central. Let me open Copilot chat. Here I will try to ask different kind of question. One is to find something for me and another how to do something in Business Central. So my first question, let me ask, show me the latest sales order for my customer. So I've asked my Copilot to give me this information. It's working on my information, trying to find this in Business Central, and it will get back to me now. After this question, I'll ask another question where I will ask to do something in Business Central. So this has given me the response and it's given me that I can open this invoice page as well to see. Now let me ask another question. How to apply payment discount in Business Central? So there's two different questions I'm trying to ask. There's only one assistant that I'm using as Copilot chat. But the key thing to notice here, every time I'm initiating the conversation, it responding it back and just stopped. So it just always waiting for me every time. Now let's try another Copilot feature. I'm opening my item list and let me open the item card. So I'm trying to show you the summary feature of Copilot. So for this summary feature, I didn't type anything. I didn't ask my Copilot to do something. When I'm opening the item card, it automatically generating the summary based on the context that has been provided in the background. So this behavior is reactive. This is still a Copilot because it's reactive because it's working or creating the summary on opening of my item card. And if I go to some other item, you will see it will generate a different summary because context get changed and that I've already explained in my last episode. If you have not checked it out, you can check. Now let's try another Copilot feature, which is for marketing text. So in marketing text, I have two options. Either I can create a marketing description for my product by my own. I can take in help from Copilot. So let's take in help from Copilot to generate my marketing description for this 1896 item number. I just click on this Now it's asking me what attributes I would like to include in order to create the marketing description for my product. And I've taken all these attribute and I click on generate. So I have initiated the request and it suggested me the description. Now it's up to me what what I have to do. So I will decide what to I will decide what to I mean what kind of action I need to take. For example, do I need to keep this description? Do I need to regenerate? Do I need to cancel it? Do I need to change the tone and try to regenerate? So the flow that I've just shown you in my diagram, it's you can easily correlate with this. So we initiated the conversation. Copilot suggested us a human as deciding the action what to take. So that's why I said Copilot will help you to work faster and smartly, but it can't do or perform any action on your behalf. That's the key, I would say, the key behavior you need to notice. Now let's talk about agents. So agents are different in behavior and also they can take action on your behalf. It's not like Copilot. Also, agents work in a circular loop. They plan, they act, and then they observe. So they go into this loop, and when they are in this loop, no human is required, and until this loop will come completed, until the task is completed or they hit the checkpoint. Now, let's map this flow within Business Central. So agents in Business Central start with a goal or a task, which is a plan step, where they identify what to do and what action to take. And when they act means that they when they do something within Business Central, like reading and record and like this. And then they observe based on the action that they have taken, what is the result. Then they analyze in order to finalize what to do next and what would be the next step. And this loop keeps on working till they hit the checkpoint or the task is completed by the agent. Let's map it with the standard sales order agent. Since there are a lot of configuration that may vary for you, whatever you have set it up on the features. But let me take a very simple feature of the sales order agent. So once the customer send an email to my email box, a task get created. That is a plan step. Then based on the email address, agent will find out whether this customer exists or not. If not, then it observe. In the observe state, it will check what to do next. Do I need to hit the checkpoint or do I continue with the next step? Let me quickly show you in Business Central. This is my sales order agent that I've activated. You can see now I have received 5 emails. Out of 5, it has created one quotation and one order. And it has shown me the review task. So that loop that I was talking about of plan, act, and observe, that you can easily map. So that loop keeps on going on. When it hits the checkpoint means that a review task is required and a human intervention would be required. That's what I'm trying to say when we hit the checkpoint, where it will stop. And based on the action that I will take on this review task, it will again create another task. It will go into plan, it will go into act, and then observe. And then the task is completed means that order or a quote has been created successfully, then it will complete that loop. So that's how agent work. And I would really say that you can activate this sales order agent in your environment and try to see how this loop works and try to map it with plan, act, and observe stages so that it will be easier for you to understand how actually agents works. We have seen the reactive behavior of a copilot and a proactive behavior of agent. And we are able to understand that both are different and solving a different problem. So you can't compare which one is better as both are solving a different problem for us. Now let me use something that we use every day in order to understand the behavior of a copilot and agent. I think email would be the perfect example because everyone starts their day with an email, right? So imagine in a morning you open your email box and you have 50s or hundreds of unread email. What you'll do? You'll go to each of the email, read those email, you might reply, you might skip. So every time you are taking action for all the unread email that you have in your inbox, right? Now think of Copilot that you have an assistant now, which will help you in suggesting for replying to your customer email. So you will open each email, you will say, hey, Copilot, help me in replying to this email. Then you might take it this suggestion or you might make the changes and then you just revert it back. So every time you have to be present and you have to ask Copilot to do something for you. So Copilot can help you to work faster. Now, in the same scenario, if you have an agent, what you'll do? You'll ask agent, hey, go and read all my unread emails and find out my customer emails who are asking for my order status and get the status update from Business Central and send it back and flag me if you're not able to handle it. And thus, the work is done. I can work on my other activities. So, same email box, same messages, and the behavior is completely different. So based on your work, you need to decide, whether you would want to use a co-pilot or you need an agent for your task. Now let's bring it together about co-pilot and agent. For co-pilot, you initiate. With agent, they can initiate. It responds and then stops. It performs multiple steps in loop until task is completed. It generates text, summary, analysis. It can perform action. So it can create record or can send an email. So you need to be present every time. But with agent, it's not required. You can work on your other task. Copilots are great for understanding your data, and agents are great for processing your work. Think of a copilot as a colleague to whom you ask to do something for you, and if you map with agent, think of a colleague where you are delegating your task to do something. So both are different, as I said, and both are solving a different problem. Now we have seen how Copilot and AI agent works, and I hope I'm able to make you understand the difference between a Copilot and AI agent. And in our next episode, we'll go inside the AI box to understand how actually AI decide what to do next. What is happening when you ask something and responding you back. Thank you all for watching and subscribing to my channel. And if you have not subscribed me yet, I will say do subscribe me and join me in this AI journey. Stay tuned for next episode.